Hey, this is Eb. I'm back here with this cool guitar. Hopefully you saw the before video. I'll try to put it up at the end so you'll be able to watch it. This is a late 30s, gosh, I looked up the year off the FOM, but the FON is hard to see. It's like 1936, 37, 38. They kind of reuse the numbers. You have to go through Span's guide for the FONs, and based on the numbers, it could be any of those. So based on the available numbers that you can see on here, it's hard to see. So where do we start on this one? This one, if you recall, in the previous video, it has some different issues going on, and I'm getting to all of those. And I said I'd show you the inside. We're going to look at the inside of these. Basically, these are an L-00 body and neck and back and sides with a carved archtop here. And that's what we have. But a flat back, just like an L-00. So I should have brought one here, but there's the same as the L-00s, the LOs, and the L1s, that kind of stuff. So, but with an arch top. So these are kind of an entry-level student guitar, if you will, that they made at that time. And they are super cool, super fun. I think I told a little bit of the backstory about the family that owns this. This guitar is going to get some work once it's done. It's going to get used. But here we go, reveal the inside. So this does have a standard, what you'd say, just these two tone bars in a V shape that archtops generally have, similar to a violin, except for violins only have one on the bass side, and then on the treble side they have a sound post that moves right almost under the bridge, and it acts as an adjustable bridge that you can move back and forth so that it flexes the top. It's like almost under the bridge. But these don't. These have just one tone bar on the whole side. But all the strength and rigidity has happened on the top, is what's super cool. So far I've left it. I don't know if I'll keep it in there. But there's a little tone bunny in there, or dust. Instead of a dust bunny, we call them tone bunnies. Who knows how long that's been in there. But if you can look here, it's got the machine carvings all in the top here, like the edge. So they must have used like a duplicator or something to make it, but it's got a flat plateau all the way around the edge that just glues like a cap onto the top of this. Of course, it has some kind of a cheesecloth to keep from splitting around the F-holes. But the strangest, oh, there's a number I didn't see before. Some pencil markings. The strangest thing about these that isn't very admirable, but I guess it was the Depression. Times were hard. They were trying to sell guitars. And to do it a little bit quicker, instead of paying somebody to skillfully match this brace to that contour, which is not quick or fast. This is an organic shape under there, and then it's coming across it at an angle. It requires some custom fitting. Is what they did, if you can see close, is they put kerfing cuts in this piece of brace wood, and so that it would flex. It could flex, just like how these have kerfing cuts in them, and they can flex around. This piece flexed along the bottom here, and then they just capped it out with a little piece of spruce on the top, then to make it rigid. It is very cheap and not super skilled, but what can I say? It has been in here for over, like 80 years, and it hasn't moved yet. So there's something to it. I don't think sonically, I think there's better options than to have a bunch of cuts laterally through your wood there, but here we have it. So, yeah, super cool, very simple block, maple back and sides, and they were doing cheesecloth on the sides for side strips also here. And some kind of very strange white glue that I do not know what it is. It almost looks like caulking, but I know that's not what it is. So it's, who knows what they were using at this time. So there we are there. This back was already coming loose. Normally I try to work through the sound hole as best I can to preserve the finish, because the back was coming loose and needed to be re-glued. We got it off. We're doing all this stuff really well, and then we're going to put it back on. So this will all get a very good work and cleaned up and look really nice. So here's the back. The back of the guitar on the inside. All these three braces were loose, and this brace was missing. So I took these measurements off of these, and I basically shaped this one to match the other ones. Dimensionally, it's the same. And then I also picked some wood that looked about the same. I have these old brace stocks that I use and cut from old piano braces and stuff. So the color was about right, but it was a little fresh. It needed some oxidation, so I sprayed a little kind of amber and tobacco on it, just so when you look in the sound hole, it'll look old and not like a brand new, bright, shining brace. It's got the FO in here, and that's what I was talking about. You can't really make it out. There was a big, nasty crack along here, so I put basically I have some of this. They used flat sawn maple. I'm going to shape this to be the same, but it's out of sight. I put that there. It's a big, nasty, been open for a while crack, so hopefully this will hold it shut in the meantime. And yeah, I think I had to graft in a piece of one of the braces that was missing also, but I was able to maintain these 3 braces and clean them up and get them glued back in my Go Bar deck. So this thing, let's hear. That is musical. That it sounds like kind of like the whole thing resonates, no rattling, no buzzing. This is ready to be a reflective and responsive back and be a part of a musical instrument. Again, the tuners, I've made contact with the guy. I'm going to be sending those off to be repaired. If you recall, these have the little Gibson headstock. Hopefully you can make that out there. The silhouette of the, nope, probably not. But the tuners look the same as the headstock here, but little tiny ones. So we're going to get this put back together soon, and I'll do a final video once it is done. If you enjoy this, please hit a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. If you know somebody else who would like this sort of stuff, take that arrow button down there. It's a little arrow. Click on it, and it'll let you email it, or if you're on your phone, you can text it to somebody. Somebody who doesn't know that Gibbs made these super cool little L-00s. I love them. I actually took one of these when I went to Europe and busked and went to folk sessions, all kind of stuff with one of these. They're very capable guitars, but a lot smaller for travel at just 14 3/4. So if you want to see more stuff like this, hit the subscribe button, and that will keep it coming to you and help you find these videos. Again, thank you for watching.